bounce back. Domestic workers got the short end of the stick during the pandemic, but the question is, will the industry bounce back? A leading industry expert is here to give us his insight. Joining us now is Tarik Khribech. He is the founder and CEO of the AllBetter App. He's joining me from Chicago. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks, Andy, for having me.
1 in 4 domestic workers lost their jobs during the pandemic. You're an expert in that space. What have you been seeing?
So we've seen a lot of people actually that during the pandemic that were using a side hustle as just a secondary source of income become their main source of income. There's a reason why we've seen 10 million of unemployment open jobs in America. That's the highest it's ever been. 93 million people already joined the gig economy. In this last pandemic, 10 million have seen an opportunity. Whether they were making enough money, they found a balance between making enough money and spending time with their family. But platforms like AllBetter and resources out there help explode that side hustles and turn it into the breadwinner in a family.
Now, there are a lot of apps that facilitate the gig worker space. Obviously you have things like Fiverr and Upwork, but you have Angie on the other side. Why are you different than some of your other competitors in the marketplace?
So that's a great question. So companies like Angie, for example, they require an investment from the actual gig workers before they can get an opportunity or meeting with customers, whether buying the leads or having a monthly or annually subscription-based model. What we did is we took all that expenses out of the equations, and then we create that matching the connections. If a matching the connections lead to a fruitful relationships, we process all the backhand payments and everything. That's when we take a little small cut once the transaction is successful.
How has the pandemic impacted your business?
Well, it was actually more of a blessing, sort of a say for our business. But at the end of the day, the gig economy, what AllBetter did simplify is the connection between certain people. You got homeowners that are sitting at home right now with little to no income coming in. So cost is at the top of everybody's mind. And then you have people that are sitting on a sideline looking for opportunities. Pandemic had completely killed the word of mouth. So with the AllBetter app allows people to connect while maintaining their social distancing, making sure that the scope of work is discussed, the pricing is agreed on before the actual meeting between the customers and the contractor takes place.
How are you managing those COVID restrictions and social distancing?
Well, we follow CDC guidelines. We promote those through our network of contractors as well as the consumers. So we let them make sure everyone's is keeping a safe distance. Majority of the work with their app, because of the built-in chat communication and the picture messaging and the video conversations, they can actually conduct the work without physically having to be themselves, consumers, present in the premises to oversee the work. So we put all these guidelines, all these technology tools to allow that service to take place with minimum to maybe no physical interaction between the consumer and the contractor.
Hopefully the pandemic is coming to a close, keyword there, hopefully. Where do you see the business going as things kind of open up further into more normalcy?
Well, I think, fundamentally speaking, once people try the gig economy and they see they can make enough income, they can see they can have a balance between spending time with their family and enough money coming through these side hustles. I don't think it's going to change anything. If anything, more and more people are going to be moving toward the gig economy. Plus, you look at automation, machine learnings, all these software, self-driving softwares and things like that. It would only push more people toward becoming an entrepreneurs and self-employed.
Okay, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.